Hi crafty friends! Welcome to the Crafty Corner. I'm Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi, and today I'm gonna do hopefully a quick tip video on how to make the background for this wonderful beachy, or it could be lakey, I guess, card. We're gonna do the water, the sand, and the sky. We're making this in my class next week. It's a Cards by the Seashore class. It's one of my most popular classes. And you could make this at home. This features two stamp sets. The one we're using today to make the background is the By the Tide. Oh, sorry, not By the Tide. It's High Tide. And it's this wonderful stamp set with the lighthouse, the birds, and a lot of inspirational sayings. And then the other stamp set used on the card that I'm not going to show you that part today, that is our new stamp set called Colorful Seasons, and it looks like this. And the little chair and the cutout drink come from the coordinating framelits, and it's called Seasonal Layers Thinlit Dies, and they are awesome. I'm actually doing a featured class in the beginning of June with that, and the words are from there, and I did hand cut those out, but I really wanted to have them be a little in the water and a little in the sky, and I thought that looked really cute. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see, for this background, we need 5 ink colors. We need Sahara Sand, Crumb Cake, Soft Sky, Bermuda Bay, and Pool Party. All right, so we are gonna start with the sand, and conveniently, we are gonna put the sand in Sahara Sand. So I'm gonna ink up my sand, and then I'm gonna use it upside down. When you're doing the lighthouse, let's see if I can see it. See that awesome little cutout? The lighthouse fits right there. But for this card, I'm gonna use it upside down, and I just want it to be across the bottom part. And what I did is I kind of used that cutout as my dividing line for this side, but I give it a little angle, and so I'll put some sand. And then I'm going to put some more sand, and I'm going to make that sand come up a little bit more. Okay, I'm trying to decide if you think I need a little more there. I think maybe just a little. But I'm going to ink it off one and give a little bit more. Okay, so I have sand. Let's do the little sea oats, and I'm going to do those in Crumb Cake, so they're a little bit darker. I'm going to do them towards the bottom. And I'll do some over here, and they'll go underneath the chair. Okay, got some sea oats. All right, I'm going to close these up. It's always bad for me to have too many inks out, and boy, I'm in the middle of a bunch of creating and a bunch of prepping. You should see the mess. It's giant at my house. Luckily, all you can see is this little rectangle. Okay, next, some Bermuda Bay. Okay, and yeah, it's full strength. So we're gonna, let me double check actually. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna ink up the Bermuda Bay, and it's gonna go ahead and touch that sand a little bit, and I'm gonna put it on here this way, and put it on here this way. So those both went the same way, and then I'm going to ink it again and flip it over, and try not to put my seam in the same spot. So I'm going to go a little farther this way. So there's 2 layers of water, so it kind of looks like you have a decent amount of water that you see before you see the horizon. There we go. Okay, let's get rid of the Bermuda Bay. Now, I went dark color first, but then watch what I can do with the polymer stamps. A few stampings, and you don't even have to really clean the stamp when you're doing something like this. So in a class, that'll make it easier for me that I can tell people to do that. Okay, next, the lighter color. Now, if I can remember which way, I want to actually reverse it. The good thing is I can't tell, so that's actually excellent. I see. Okay, so now I'm going to reverse it, but I'm going to bring it down 1 step. So not even with the lines I stamped, but down 1, hopefully kind of stepping it in the middle. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Bring it down 1. There you go. And then I'm going to flip it this time. Should go this way, and it's kind of, this time I'm going to bring it up 1 because I don't want the water to be in my sand. There we go. And I'm going to do the same right here. up one. So I don't know, I came up with that idea, and maybe that's how everybody else is doing it, but I was pretty tickled because I really like that bold way it looks, and it has the two colors. All right, last thing you got to do is a little sponging. You could use a dauber, which is what I'm going to use today, or you could use one of our Stampin' Sponges. I'm going to ink this. This is Soft Sky. And then you got to remember, I've told you this before, when you first press, you might get a circle. And sometimes it's hard to blend that in. So press very, very lightly on your first go and circle it all around. And I kind of like to let it go until there's no more. I can come down into the water a little because it'll blend in. Let's do it again. And that way, you know, kind of gives a little mottled look. And I think kind of like a cloud, a sky with a little bit of clouds in it. And I get it all the way to the edges. And there you go. You now have a beautiful background to place your chair, your little drink, and your words. So that's how I stamped it. There we go. So if you like Cards by the Beach, look back at my my blog and my Facebook, because they're one of my favorite things, and you'll be seeing a lot of them. So thank you so much for stopping by. Stay crafty.